Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and to the next part of our decades challenge. Now, I do recall that we have moved forward to the next generation and I completely forgot to fill you in on the new rules. So if you give me a second while these guys are just taking care of what they're taking care of this morning, I'm going to pull up the rules on my phone and we can take it from there because I have them written down somewhere and I can't find them. So I'm going to have to just quickly pull it up. Here we go. So we need to add in the rules for the 1920s, and also I have changed everybody's appearance. Okay, so it's the 1920s, so women can now be chosen to inherit, which doesn't work very well for Zipphy because she would naturally have been the heir. I've completely lost. What on earth am I doing? There we go. She would have naturally been the heir had she been old enough, or had she been born sooner. But anyway, we have our heir. But women can be chosen to inherit. Women can work as painters or musicians until children arrive. Well, she was already kind of working as a painter anyway. Women would have done that, but it wasn't an official job, so that's fine. Careers opened for the men then are criminal and culinary. So they can be the boss, use the boss branch or the mixologist branch. They are the only additions to the rules, and I will obviously add them into the description box down below. Nothing major. So Missy is up this morning. She's feeling flirty. She's creating a flirty painting, and we did get a masterpiece last time, or it might have been overnight and you missed it. I really can't remember. Zipphy is asleep and she's smelly, so when she wakes up, she's going to take herself for a bath. Frank is awake. His hygiene is low. His fun is low, so he's just dancing to get his fun up. And then once he's done that, he's going to go and take care of the garden. Anna is asleep, and then she needs to come downstairs and just have a quick meal of cereal for us, please, darling, because I think you have to go to school, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know whether you're an adult or not yet. Jacob is asleep, and then he needs fun and food. Looking at the time as well, we kind of need to get on with that. So come and have a quick meal of cereal, and then you can probably take yourself upstairs and you'll have time for a bath, I would think, before you start school. And you, sweetheart, your hygiene's low, your bladder's low, your hunger's low, so you're going to get something to eat. That's fine. We'll take care of you from there. Sarah is outside painting, and how are you doing, Frank? Because it's about time you got on with this garden. Okay, so we're going to stop you doing that. The garden doesn't look horrendous, let's be fair. What I want to do is wait. I'm sure these actually burn out at some point. But we will see. So why don't you go and spray for bugs and then tend the garden. Oh, she just finished painting another masterpiece. Awesome. Awesome. You're such a good girl. Okay. So we will sell that to the art gallery because it is worth a lot of money. There you go. Good girl. And you are feeling confident. Well, what's the rest of your mood like? You're hungry and you need to pee and stuff. So go and pee. Cook some scrambled egg with bacon for everybody. It's nearly your birthday as well. And then once that's done, we will probably get you painting a little bit more. You need a bath as well, but that's fine. You're still sleeping, darling. Well, I think it's time you woke up. Well, you can wake up after your mum's been to the bathroom. You're off outside taking care of the garden. I have changed his clothes. In actual fact, let me just quickly jump into create a sim with these guys and show you. I managed to get them the additional content and stuff working. What had happened is I'd found something by searching for The Sims 4. I didn't check it was for The Sims 4. Assumed it was, loaded it in, and I had issues. So I've changed his work clothes to these. It's still in keeping with the time period, not quite as formal as he was wearing. His formal stuff has just been changed ever so slightly, nothing major. They're still in keeping with the time period. Now, that's her nightwear, that's fine. There were a couple of questions about this style of dress that came up, and I'm not sure what things were like in the States at that time, but For everyday wear, this wouldn't really have been worn, apart from people who were working. Like working class, poorer people would still have worn this style of dress, and anybody who was working getting their clothes dirty would still have worn this while they were working. I did quite a lot of research on it, so think Downton Abbey if you've ever seen it, and I think that is around the right time period. I think that started around 1913, 1914. When did the Titanic sink? I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but that's when it started, and then it was through World War 1 and 2 and things like that. So it might have been World War 2 actually it started with, but anyway, think Downton Abbey. So the staff downstairs would have worn this style of dress while they were working. And that's where I'm going with this. When they're working, that's what they're going to wear. For formal wear, she's moved from the frumpy Edwardian style dress to the longer, elegant, slimline dress. She's slightly older than Anna here, right? So she would have worn this. So we're thinking Countess. We're thinking the Countess from Downton Abbey. She would have worn this style for formal wear. Okay, so Sarah then would still be wearing this style of dress for every day, but also her formal wear really hasn't changed. It's slightly more slimlined. You're thinking more Dowager Countess from Downton Abbey in that she wouldn't have altered her style. She's the older generation. She would have stuck with what she'd known. So it would have been the Edwardian style, but slightly less frumpy. Like, it wouldn't quite have been the Victorian bustle skirts. Okay, and then we've got Anna here, who is very, very skinny. We're going to have to put some meat on her. But anyway, so her everyday wear is still similar. Again, we're thinking working on the farm, getting dirty, all that sort of stuff. Now, she's the younger generation, so she would have been more daring, and we're moving more towards flapper style. Alright, so we're moving to flapper style dresses. Now, flapper style dresses would have been this length. Maybe even slightly shorter with a lot of tassels on the bottom. The heels, probably not so in keeping, but I really couldn't find anything else that went with the outfit. And the beads, I am going to have to look on. Like, this necklace really should have been longer beads coming, like, down here. But I didn't have any. So she would have moved more to the flapper style. And that's what I was going for there. Not that we see them in the formal wear very often. These guys really wouldn't have changed that much. They would have had what the parents gave them. And that would have been it. Like, so that's where we're going with that. I have managed to update the look slightly. And that's my thinking behind it, so that you guys can kind of follow along. Again, I'm not sure what the dress was like in the States at that time, but certainly around the UK, that is what you would have seen. You would have seen the older generation sticking to what they knew, the mum generation moving to a very slimlined, elegant, thin, not poofy, but still long dress. And then the younger generation would have been more flapper style, very, very daring. Everyday looks for the younger generation, more formalised, would have been long suits and hats. But these guys are farmers, and they're going to be in the work clothes a lot of the time, so I'm not even going to worry about that. We're going to keep them in the work clothes. Okay, I know you're uncomfortable and you need a bath, but you're just going to have to deal with it. Right, Sarah, darling, what are you doing? You're going to get something. Well, are you cooking? Are you cooking? You're eating. I did ask you to cook, but it's okay. We'll get you to cook as soon as you've eaten, because you are hungry. And you need a bath. Okay, well, that's fine. We will get that sorted for you in a little while. You're still confident from that. Once that's eaten, yes, okay, so she is still a teenager. Once that's eaten, you are going to cook something, because the fridge is getting very, very empty. So, have you finished? Good girl. Right, so cook for me. Cook those, and then we'll probably cook something for lunch as well. When you've cooked that, I want you to clean up all that. Okay, Zipphy, darling, what are you doing? You are in the bath, and when you have done in the bath, I want you to go out here and water all this for me, because you would have been helping your brother out around the farm. You're still working, and I know you need to take a shower and stuff, but you're just going to have to suck it up, and you guys are off to school. Why are you miserable? Can you get something to eat? Come on. You've got to go to school soon. Come and get something to eat. And you, darling, did you eat something? You did. Right, can you come and just admire the new possession, even though it's not new. And then could you just dance a little bit until you go to school, please, just to try and get your mood up. You, sweetheart, are You're going upstairs to the bathroom, and that's fine. Your fun and your social and everything else is down. We'll have to take care of you after school. I am afraid. Okay, Sarah, how you doing, sweetheart? You are doing fine. All these people over here out of costume. Oh, excuse me, guys. Yawning. That's terribly rude of me. Terribly rude. The weather here is absolutely miserable. I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but it's so overcast and rainy and cold right now. It's ridiculous. I'm going to have to get off here once I finish recording, and it's going to be lighting the fire. Getting the fire going, getting the heat into the house. Because obviously in Ireland we do still have... I don't actually have an open fire. I have a stove, which is... It looks similar to this, but without the hob on the top. And it heats the water and radiators and stuff like that while the fire's lit. So it's quite fuel efficient, and I try to use wood rather than... We're not allowed to use smoky coal anyway because of the area we're in, but I try to use wood because it's more sustainable, and turf when I can get it. I don't even know why I told you that, but I told you that anyway. So there you go. Right. Why are you eating again? No one... I'm not even going to say it. Is he going to grab something to eat? He is. Good. Right, let's pop that away. Into the fridge. She can clean up. Right, what's the time? Does everybody kind of need to go to school? Do you need to go to school, sweetheart? Should you already be at school? He's late for school. When you finished eating, you can go to grade school. Okay, and you, darling... Are you not meant to be at school? I thought you were meant to be at school. Well, I'm on the wrong person, so that would be why. Go to high school. Stop dancing and go to high school. Get yourself to school before you get told off. Go on. Sarah, darling, why aren't you doing the rest of them? Clean up. Clean up, and you can repair this. Come on. And then you can take a bath. Yes, everybody go to school, please. The garden should be coming along soon as well. In fact, I'm surprised the gardener is not already here, but whatever. I'll see what the gardener has to do when she gets here. Are they ready for harvesting now? They are. Well, we will get there. We'll probably harvest everything together. Dude, why are you not at school? Go to school. And here's the gardener now. Don't even bother putting it away. Just get your butt to school. We're not even listening to the phone ringing. It wouldn't have rang. But anyway, who are you? Are you land grab? Yeah. Good, go to school, you're late. Right, Sarah, good girl. And when you've done that, that can go in the fridge. Thank you. And you can scavenge for parts. There we go. And then you can probably do a confident painting if you're still confident by the time you get out of the bath. But anyway. Frank, what are you doing? No. No. One of these had flies or something around it. These. Spray for bugs. I know you're uncomfortable, but there's no point going for a shower now. Go and spray for bugs, and then you can go for a shower. There's a lot to do on this farm again. Who are you? Oh, Annie Mariah! Awesome! Stop what you're doing. Go and talk to your sister. Express admiration. We'll be able to... Actually, we should take a look at the family tree and see if she got married. One of them got married. I know they did, but... You talk to your sister and we are going to have a look at her family tree and see any grandkids and stuff like that, because we haven't really kept up, have we? Okay, so she's married. She hasn't had any kids. Annie Mariah, are you actually married? Doesn't look like it. Dorcas got married though, didn't she? Yeah, but they haven't had kids yet. That's fine. That's fine. So they only got one grandkid and she didn't get married yet. That's okay. Okay, bye then. Suit yourself. Right, Mrs. Can you come over here then and... Stop. Not you. You. Can you come and tend the garden, please? Do whatever needs doing. Try and get this garden under control. What I do want to look at doing is keeping all the stuff that's excellent and then anything that's been spliced. We did have some that were like spliced together, I seem to remember. We've got a lot of strawberry and stuff like that. We kind of need to move things around. But did I not have some that were spliced together? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, there you go. All these spliced ones. Wow. Only a couple of spliced ones by the look of it, but... the dragon fruit and stuff like that we kind of need to keep, and maybe just... go for grapes and strawberries and start getting rid of other stuff that isn't really needed. We will see. We will start moving things over. Okay, Sarah. You are going to paint. Good girl. You're tired already? You might have to take a nap, Mrs. It's only halfway through the day. Right, you're spraying for bugs and you're hungry. We'll worry about that afterwards. And you're spraying for bugs and then you need to take a bath. So when you've done that, you can take a bath. When you've done that, you can cook and make us some fish tacos for everybody, please. And let's see how we're doing here. Everybody's working hard. That's what we're doing here. So let's whiz through this because we've got gardeners gardening and we've got Sarah painting. Did you finish that, darling? No, you didn't. Come on. There's a good girl. We're going to have another masterpiece. We've had two, right? So we still need to get painting skill up a level, which can't be that far off. And then we still need 3 more masterpieces. Why are you uncomfortable, darling? Because you're tired. Okay, well, sell that to a collector. And then I would like you to go and nap. Just nap. Come on, do what I've asked you to do. She's going to cook, okay. Well, hopefully, once he's finished in there, he can come and finish taking care of the garden. Like, his hygiene's fine now, but everything else is low, so poor Frank can go and clean out spoiled food and then open it up. What do we have left? What's spoiled? That has. Eat that one. And then we'll worry about the rest of his needs. Okay, so she charged a fortune. Have we got any bills come in? No. Okay. You need fun and you need to get your hunger up. Well, that's fine. You can eat as soon as you finished cooking. And then maybe we can get you to read a book or something. Sarah, how are you doing, darling? You're having a nap, aren't you? You are. These people are exhausted. And is this garden actually finished? I'm not sure it is, in all honesty. One thing I'm going to have to do is off camera, between now and the next, is go through these and have a look at... Oh, I'll sell those. Have a look at what we can get rid of and what we can expand. Because we really want to be farming on the stuff that is profitable. And it's not like we need to... It's not like we need to feed the nation anymore because the war is over. So we can now concentrate on specialist farming. And... yeah, it is worth that. We can now concentrate on specialist farming and bring some extra money into this family. Not that they're poor, but, you know. And the house is fairly nice, but we could do with maybe fixing the upstairs a little bit. I'm not 100% happy with the upstairs of the house. How are you doing? You need a nap. You need some fun. Okay, well, when you finished eating that, I would like you to go through here and dance. Because that's what sorts your fun out. Your energy is a little bit low, but it's not the end of the world. And why are people... Like, that sink's fixed, so why are they washing in other places? It's ridiculous. Right, Sarah. Is your energy up a little bit? When you've done that, darling, I want you to throw away that. And put away that. And then you can probably go and just do an abstract, a large abstract for us. You need to pee when you finish there, do you? Okay, well that's fine. You can go and use that. And you can go and dance here because your energy is down. And we've got people coming home from school now, which is awesome. Right, your fun's down, your hygiene's down. Go and take a... We'll go upstairs and actually we'll do a bath upstairs. Take a bath. And then maybe come and dance a little while. We need to try and keep everybody's fun levels up. Oh dear, you are miserable. Right, dance. And you, sweetheart, you're going to have some fun with the bunny rabbit. That's fine. And then you can have a bath as well. You need some fun. You're going to go and dance, are you? Did I? Yep, that's what I told you to do. And you can work on your social while you're there. Well, yours isn't that bad, but his is not great. Not great. Okay. So everybody's kind of doing fun stuff now. The garden isn't bad. It's not horrendously bad. Probably do with some work, but not the end of the world, right? Anything needed? Yeah, see, there's a lot to be harvested. We can get him to do that afterwards. Let's concentrate on getting his needs and stuff sorted. You are being a good girl, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get to level 10 fairly soon. Why are you feeling flirty, darling? Romantic trait. Okay, we're getting your fun level up, so that's fine. Talk to your brother. Hopefully that's getting his social up. His fun's going up. Social's not improving that much. And we kind of need to get our Frank a wife. That's something that we're going to have to look at in the next episode, is that we're going to have to get him a wife. And Zipphy's probably going to be moving out for the next episode. So I will be... I'm just load the map up if it... Thank you. So what I'm going to be doing is... one of these over here, probably because we've got a decent amount of money and everything else. She's going to take some with her when she moves out. That's going to happen. So we may well put a house on this plot here and let her have the slightly bigger plot. We will see. We will see. Another option is to put her on one of these smaller ones and give Sarah this one. But I would think that Sarah would stay with her son. And she's still got the two younger kids to take care of. So they're going to be staying in the house a while. Even when the new family and stuff come along. At least until they're old enough to leave home. Jacob obviously is going to go with his mum. So they will move out. But this little one will be staying at home with mum, I would think. I can't imagine that they're going to be moving out anytime soon. Maybe when there's a huge amount of money. Then they would. But so I would say Zippy's probably going to take this bigger plot over here. And then over time, we'll have these two taken over by the same family as well. And then we will actually have all our land back. Also, I'd like to think that this would have been ours at one point. And that they would have owned this whole area. But We will have to see. I mean, I don't know whether... I don't think anybody actually lives there. It doesn't look like they do. I don't know how much it would cost to buy, so it's something that we're going to have to look at a later date. Maybe have Mum or whatever move over there if we get a decent amount of money together. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. You want to use a bold pickup line on somebody and have a drink at a bar. Well, you can actually have a drink at a bar. There's no... Oh, well, I cancelled it, so whatever. Level up handiness skill. We can do that. We're going to get rid of that one, though. Why does this keep popping back up? You're determined to get your sister over, aren't you? Okay, come on. We don't want... Everything's around you. Sarah's finished another masterpiece. She's such a good girl. Okay, sell it. Yes, we want to sell it. Okay, how are you doing? Why don't you come in here and dance a little bit? You're fun. Well, actually, just come in here and talk to the kids. I mean, no, well, maybe not. Maybe not, because they'll probably do it on their phone or something. So, dance with him. Just go and dance with him and have a chat with him at the same time. Moving forward, everybody's moving forward. Oh, and there's my timer. So we're going to end this episode right here. If you're enjoying this series and you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up. Comments and suggestions, guys, including what you think about Sephora moving out, in the comments box down below. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please hit subscribe now and join the family. And don't forget to hit the little bell on the top right hand side, just so you're informed when my new videos come up. And I am going to see you all in the next episode. Ciao for now, guys.